My wife and I have been together for 3 years, and honestly, I don't think I could have asked for a better wife, because she is a very good woman, and I love the fact that she is very traditional, but it just feels like everything's flipped upside down, because when we first got married, she told me she's been feeling insecure her whole life, and a minor cosmetic procedure on her face would help her insecurities. We just got married at the time, and I was trying to be supportive, so I agree.
Why do all that after you get married? I don't get it. You should have like done that before you got married, so the man know what's it gonna be like, how you're gonna look after. Because sometimes, you know, the cosmetic surgery, that don't mean that you're gonna come out looking better.
Agreed for her to get some lip filler and Botox on her face. I still hate myself for accepting her request that day, because after a few...
Don't hate yourself for that, man. You didn't come up with the idea. She wanted to do it, and you were just being supportive, and you didn't know how it was gonna turn out.
Months, she got more and more lip fillers till it started looking scary to me. And
Look at Donald Duck or some shit.
she later came to meet me and said she wants to do an augmentation surgery. At first, I was like, no, but she said she's doing them for me, which I don't agree with, because I didn't ask for it. We argued back and forth for hours before I ended up telling her she can do it, but I don't support it. I didn't expect her to do it, but she did, and again, she was happy with how they turned out, but to me, they looked weird, because my wife is a very skinny woman, so you can just tell something is not right because they don't look proportional to the rest of her body.
It's probably embarrassed to even step out with her. Everybody just looking at her like, what's wrong with your fucking wife? She looking like a fucking AI walking around. And
That's right.
Then last year, she said she wanted to get a BBL, and I told her I won't be paying for it. Immediately, she flipped and called me insecure. I was even trying to show her an article that I read about this woman that died during her BBL procedure, but she wouldn't listen. I even asked her to go to therapy about her body dysmorphia, but she refused and said it wouldn't help. Then she started talking about how she can get the money herself if I don't want to pay for it, and I told her if she ever does the surgery, she can just consider that the end of the marriage.
good.
Since
Man
that
standing
day,
up for himself
she
finally.
doesn't even talk to me anymore. She just cries unnecessarily and doesn't even let me console her. We were even planning for kids at some point, but now
Don't do it.
not sure I want her to raise a child yet. I am so fed up and I just need help. Like, how can I make my wife see that this is bad for her? What should I say to convince her that I just want what's best for her?
How long has this been going on, man?
About as long as we've been married.
Golly, dude. Are you exhausted?
Yeah.
A lot of these women start to get small stuff like, you know, like lip, maybe Botox here, and then they get addicted. I heard it's like a similar effect to getting a tattoo. Once you have one tattoo, then you want more and more and more, and it just never ends. I'm not saying that happens to everyone, but I know a lot of people that, you know, after they get like, you know, maybe a little tattoo here and there, next thing you know, they're getting the whole back done and shit. Man, I feel like this man is suffering, and he didn't sign up for all this shit. She should have talked to him about, oh, you know, after we get married, I want to do some surgeries and this and that. He didn't know that he was getting himself into this situation. And a lot of the men don't like that fake stuff. That shit looks just too unreal, and especially on your face. And then you gotta keep it, maintain it. You know what I mean? Every like 6 months, you have to go in, and eventually you start to look like the jigsaw. You know the jigsaw saw Mask in the movie with a spiral, that's how you start to look like. And that shit is hideous. You think I'm having a nightmare and I'm sleeping like next to you and I wake up to that? Cause you do all this surgery and then you put on makeup to hide all the defects. But at nighttime, you're not going to bed with the makeup on. So you look really like alien or some shit. I'm saying eventually it's gonna get to that point because you have to keep it maintained, and next thing you know, everything look like a mask pretty much, you know. Ain't no man want to wake up to that. You need to work on yourself before you get into a relationship, because the other man or woman don't need to suffer. He's suffering right now. Getting married is like one of the biggest things that you can do in your life. You need to make sure that before you jump into it, you need to make sure that you're happy with yourself and everything else around you. Look at him now, man. You know, he wants out. He wanted a normal family, like wife and kids, but now he said he don't want to have babies. He's saying that he just want to end it because she won't stop. And no matter what he tells her, she not gonna stop because she got the taste of it, or I don't know how it feels, and she's on the high and it never stops. I mean, you can see in Hollywood a lot of the older, you know, women, their face start to look like rock. There is no wrinkle and it just don't look good. But yeah, man, that's my take on this video. If I was him, I would definitely file for divorce. Go find somebody else. It sucks, but shit needs to be done, man. Peace.